Okay. Let's do it now, real quick. This is part 2 of the... Hi, Lena. Part 2 of the book review for Justine Bateman. Alright. Part 2 because you want to go back and censor me. I feel that yesterday... I don't think we could... I think it takes away... You called her a cunt, yes. But I say that with affection. Oh, alright. So I want to just qualify that. I just want to qualify it. Is that the word? Yes, I want to just qualify the... I call Lena a cunt all day, don't I, honey? Yeah, he does. And you like it. There's not much I can do about it. You've been calling me that forever. Right. My bloody cunt. My beautiful cunt. My sopping cunt. Yeah. This is getting disgusting as Justine talking about babies with poop thermometers falling out of their ass. Yeah. That I could have done with that. We're still reading the book, Fame, by Justine Bateman, right? And so Lena's been flip-flopping, saying, maybe we were harsh. Because truth is, Lena really likes Justine. I like her work. As Mallory. But I'll tell you what, I don't like her work in anything else that I've seen. I got to see more work, but I remember she was in some made-for-TV movie about a blind person. She was blind. That totally did nothing for me. I liked her as Mallory. And I guess as a teenage girl watching that show, she was somebody that I felt I would have liked as a friend. I guess. What do you think, John? Well, yeah, she had the same ideals. She was, a pro-environmentalist and so on, so a vegan, and yes, right. And she was funny. She seemed like an intelligent actress. She played a dopey girl, but she played a dopey girl who was really not so dopey, right? And she did it well, yeah. So getting away from that, so you're telling me you don't have to apologize for yesterday's. In fact, I will not allow you to apologize for yesterday's review. I think it was excellent. All right. And just because I used the C word, saying stop complaining, you bloody... I didn't even say bloody. Right. Cunt. Right. Well, it came out sounding like I was calling her a cunt because if you look back at the video, the word comes out pretty hesitantly after I have said something. And I realized watching it later, I was like, why did I call her a cunt? That was unnecessary. And John said, la-dee-da, it wasn't you, it was me. Right. And I said, all right, I'm sorry I did that. Did that ruin that whole review for you? Because I think the review was brilliant. Bloody brill. All right, so it's a good review so far. And it's really us just kind of saying that she complains an awful lot. And okay, what were you just saying now that you wanted to turn the camera on? I wanted to add another short statement about the book, is that to me that book is a bloody waste of time. She could have been doing something better with her time. However, because the subject is ridiculous, especially written by somebody who seems to have written the book so that she could get her fame back. Right. And get known as the person who doesn't care so much about fame, and that makes her cool. And also Lena felt bad about talking about her appearance. Yeah, she's still a beautiful woman. I was, I guess, a little... I shouldn't say anything about her getting too much sun and her face getting too wrinkled. Some people age that way. And she's still a beautiful woman in it. And that's neither here nor there. If she has wrinkles, she has wrinkles. I mean, so what? Who cares? All right? I just feel like when you're yelling about something too much, it draws attention to... Well, it's almost like it wants to draw attention away from the fire people have aimed at her by building a bigger fire against those who aimed it at her. Right, so I guess it's a revenge tome, this book, in a way. It seems very much so like that to me. So I guess it's a form of therapy for her, and if that's what she needed for her therapy, then good for her. But I got news for you, little Justine bait pants out there. Yes, Sean, it's a memoir. Whether or not you like to think it is a memoir, it most definitely falls under that category. So you can scream all you want about it not being a memoir, because it most certainly is one. All right. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. It's like she wants it to be set apart. Like, uh, she has, and then she goes on to say that she started a different book, that had all these facts and figures about fame and the. Then why don't you publish that one too? And let's have a look at that and see if that's at all interesting. Because people probably wouldn't be interested in that. Really, they wouldn't be interested in statistics and psychological analysis of fame. Not really, but they'd rather read about Justine Bateman, because Justine Bateman is the person on TV that they grew up with. And so you wrote a memoir, but you're screaming that it's not a memoir. Sorry, it's a memoir. It does fall under that category, and it is a memoir. So you didn't write about your relationship with the cast members or anything like that. You wrote about something else having to do with you, your bone to pick with the people who don't want to see you as famous anymore. Also, yes, this is very important. When Lena actually had contact with Justine years ago, saying that she liked Justine's quote unquote ready to wear clothing line. What does that mean, ready to wear? Hand crocheted, ready to wear. Isn't all clothing ready to wear? Does somebody hand you just a piece of a shirt and say, okay, you got to wait for the rest of it? If you are a clothing manufacturer, it's all ready to wear. So what does that mean, that you keep trumpeting that you had a clothing line that was ready to wear? This is John talking, by the way. Yeah. And do your homework on Lena, because you want to talk memoirs, you want to talk explanations. If you don't really get, Justine, what's going on here, you have to go back and look at one of our many, many platforms detailing the twin flame ascension journey. Now, so Lena said, I love the look of your clothing line, and I think I could wear that type of clothing really well, but I would need it in a bigger size, and you don't offer any bigger sizes. And Justine, you really were very dismissive. You almost like, it seemed like you had a real aversion to the fact that you were communicating with somebody who wasn't a good size for you to talk to. Is that true? Oh, yes, that is true. People who are really fixated on their physical, and she's vain, that one. You better believe she's vain. And was vain. All right, now she can't afford to be as vain. She's like that sister-in-law that you had there. She even kind of looks like my ex-sister-in-law in a strange way. I shouldn't say aged. She had the same kind of face when she was younger, and now she looks like her too. Right. So she aged the same way. Yes, she did. But that's just a coincidence of something. But so you feel that she was dismissed. As soon as she found out that you were bigger than a size 6, she didn't want to really know you. And she had no use for you. And she was not at all interested in producing a ready-to-wear item for you to wear on stage, regardless of the fact that you were a working musician in New York City who would probably get her fashions noticed a little bit, since they were never really noticed before. We should go back and look at some of her fashions and see what this ready-to-wear line looked like. So you feel she was dismissive to you in the same way that the music industry really, really badgered you to not be a big girl. Right. I mean, because you want to talk about someone working and doing the work and really being an amazing artist. That's Lena. Lena deserved to be a big star. I don't care, I'll say it. Yeah, but you know what, John? When you say that, it sounds like, no, well, I'm going to say it anyway. Go look at her, go listen to her music, go look at her history. on the New York City music scene. And the only reason she didn't get a big shot back in the 80s and 90s was because she was not your size of ready-to-wear clothing, Justine. And she weren't even that big a girl, but she was too big for the industry. Yeah. Yeah, they were looking for a certain type, and even if they loved my music, they just thought I was not gonna sell. Well, sex sells, right? Right. And you were not that person anyway. Right. Lena was proper lady. Yeah, that's me. Proper singer-songwriter, Lena. Oh, baby. I love you. I love you too. So we're almost done with the book, and so you just feel like it was a waste. I feel like it's not a waste of time to read it because these reviews I feel are good to do, and I think it's a good. She thinks she's a smart aleck and a smarty pants, and she's an intelligent woman, and she does have some valuable things to say about socio economic whatever. She's involved in governmental diatribe. She likes running her mouth, and she likes speaking out for the greater good, I believe. But she should also take another look at herself. Just check yourself there out there, Justy. Yeah. Just check yourself, right? And also, I that always stuck in my a bee in my bonnet when you did talk to her years ago about her clothing line, and how it was very dismissive when she found out that you were not going to fit into her little tiny clothing. All right, okay. But I guess that's true. You never want to think that of people, especially other women being that way. But you know what? Other women can be the worst culprits of that kind of behavior, and she's one of them. Catty, petty, vain. Yes, yes, yes. Check every box. And a crybaby. Justine, you really come off like a crybaby whether or not you want to. All right, time to start thinking about our art projects today, my love. All right, we got more art projects and music to do, so we'll be back with whatever. Yes, I love you, love you, love you, love you. I love you too. Praise be God and Mother. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday.